Alright. We are back. Oh, I've got new pictures. Apparently. Oh, I have this one. It's not so bad of a picture. Apparently I've got other ones. Yo, it saves all of the poetry, apparently. That's nice. That's a nice touch. I like that. Ah, jeez. Don't look at that. Okay, well, either way. Let's get in there. Alright. So let's see, which is the... Looks like this is the the one. Right. It do be Sunday. I remember we were having a guest over to bake because we couldn't go to her house. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Fair enough. Wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. That's right, we exchanged numbers. We're in big. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. Bro, I'm in. I do love me some emojis. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. Alright, fair enough. Sometimes you gotta vent. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club the other day. Feel like I should probably check on her. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Maybe we should text her? Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Probably not. Oh, okay, nice. I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. Once again, music has turned off, makes me a little bit sweaty, but the house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Oh, nice. Okay. Well, she seems fine. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. Apparently I haven't come over in a while. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy, as messy as it has always been. She do got some clothes strewn about the room here, and a paper on the floor, but it's not that bad. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she'd had for years now. That is an enormous cow. Also her, what is this, a calendar appears to be ripped. Assume that's the wall decoration. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. Fuck, she's got me there. It's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... fair point. How did you know that? Yeah. Oh, Monica. She's snitching on me to everyone? It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparation. Okay. Maybe she's not. It's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Oh, of course. But she's just helping online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki meeting up in person. I guess you can't really bake things online, so I guess that's fair. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Bro. Not what I want. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, she smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Alex. What does that mean? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. I think she's sad because she is the one that got me into this literature club. And now I'm not just for her. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake. Oh, she's talking about when we walked home that time. Oh no, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. Maybe I should just read the conversation instead of trying to pretend like I know what the hell's going on. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. Is that such a bad thing? But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. Lady, what are you talking about? It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Yeah, honestly? What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. She gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. Is that true? You're just seeing it for the first time. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Alex? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Oh, big sag, dude. You hate to hear it. Do you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. Oh no. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? Bro. The big sting. That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. Oh. Yeah. That's a rough one. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Oof. Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like you've been betrayed, like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have had to waste your effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about, bro. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make new friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. No. Bro, you're hitting me with a spear in the heart right now. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. It's not what you want to hear, but I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Oh, jeez. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Lady, no. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Yo, the big hug. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Bro. She ain't hugging me back. Oh no. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away, and if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Oh, finally the hug. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Alex. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice, then. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of course, or of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. It's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, I feel like I maybe shouldn't be that surprised. Sayori shakes her head. Sorry, I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, I look forward to it. Alright, well, not the Not the beginning to my Sunday that I was expecting to be hit with that. I was just looking to do some baking, and now I have the big sad. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I only spend a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. We don't do the knocking thing around here. I just busted into Sayori's house and Natsuki refuses to knock at my door. She just texts me. It's the new age. Yo, I like the shirt, the little cat on it. That's cute. Sup? Hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. How did I get rid of the text box before? Right click? It's a nice, ruffly skirt thing. And I like the cat shirt. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez. Don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. Alright, fair enough. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Well, don't we have to make a crap load of cupcakes? So does it make sense that she's carrying a lot of stuff? Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. Brought everything I asked you to, right? Bought everything. I did. I guess. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I already didn't have them at home. Good. Glad I can count on you to do your part. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Yeah, I could use a little snark though. Could it be she is a little different outside of school after all? Maybe. Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag for me? Lady, we're just going to the kitchen. Where's your hospitality, Alex? The house ain't that big. Just carry the bag. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? Honestly, in-game me? Preach. Okay, I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Okay, well. I had the right intentions, but I did not have the right actions. Ugh. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? Sure. Yeah, I guess I am. Seems like I always underestimate you. Heh. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You are a very small person. You jerk, she says with a smile. So not only am I carrying the bag, now she's punching me. Classic. Your size has nothing to... Well, maybe. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. I mean, if you were a little bit taller, you wouldn't have fallen off of the chair, because you wouldn't have needed the chair. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people based. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Oh, big laugh. That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. Fair enough. Just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Lady, what the hell are you saying? Nobody brought this up. You're the one talking about weird stuff now. Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Aw, geez, here we go. How would you know that anyway? Oh no, we're at the crossroads, boys. Do we say it? Just trust me on this one. Coward. Gross. Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. Honestly, I'm probably get sour whenever anyone calls me gross. I don't even think it has to be a girl. I finally found your weakness. I guess if that's my one weakness, I'm doing pretty good. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. Oh, this is what I'm all about. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally, starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. If there's not a cupcake baking minigame, I'm gonna be kind of upset. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Honestly, yeah, fair. Where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going into the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. Yeah, we're going to have some colorful cupcakes. I'm in. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Yeah, okay. I'm in. That is a cute idea. True. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? Do I want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Lady, what are you talking about? I'm trying my hardest out here. Can't you at least try to have fun? That's the least convincing I'm having fun I've ever seen in my life. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. I'm gonna go with more of a cute angle. See, it's not like baking, it's just about following instructions. Well, not the way I do it. We got instructions for a reason, lady. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Yeah, okay. I do like a good-looking cupcake. It's gotta be said. Like the ones you made on my first day. Oh, they were cute ones. Were they cat-shaped? I think they were cat-shaped. Oh, I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her, boom, cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I knew it, dude. I'm a professional. I remember the game that I have played. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yo, let's do it. Maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. It's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. I fucked it up, boys. It's not good. Are you even trying? It'll just take a little longer. I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Fuck. She's going in, dude. Here, look. She grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. What the hell was I doing? Was I just like lightly stirring it? Oh fuck. I'm in high school and I don't know how to use a damn whisk. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Oh, she's not gonna let me have any of it? I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing? Oh. This is the beginning of like a food fight if I've ever seen one. Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Bro. The icing is gonna be everywhere. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. Oh no, she's gonna get a chance to prove her I like being small but also better than people strategy. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me caused me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross. Ah, fuck, she's hit me with the gross again, dude. You got it on my face. What a quote. Whose fault is that? It's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Oh, here we go. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. Hell yeah. Get bricked, Natsuki. I'm rapid. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh. There's the screenshot, boys. There's the computer background for the future. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Do I? I'm not 100% sure I do that, but saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Ah, Jesus, where are we going? I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking the icing off. Jesus Christ. This is getting a little bit heated. A fair reaction to somebody like yoinking your finger and then putting it in their mouth. This girl that I've known about a week. Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Friggin' got him. You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. Ah, jeez. Is this where we tell her? You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Well, you stuck her finger in your mouth, for one. Probably a good way for it to turn that way, but... Natsuki gazes at me in silence. Bro, hit her with it. Hit her with it at the I like you a lot. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts... Oh, no. Not the cupcakes, dude. The cupcakes have cucked me. Cuckcapes? Jesus Christ, I can't do it. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put in the cupcakes yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there? Bro, what the hell? What kind of animal do I live like? I left a dirty tray in the oven? How could you make a mistake like that? Should have checked before turning the oven on. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm the one in the wrong here. Don't blame me for your mistakes. That's a fair point. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. Bro, we lost our chance? Sucks. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake tray into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. You hate to hear it. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. Yo, show me a picture. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing to them. Oh, that fair point. You don't put the icing on before you put them in the oven. That's on me. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that'll make them look real nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. Yo, you better have brought the cat making tools. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever. That gives me an idea, actually. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Mr. Idea's back in the building. Oh, it's a literature event, right? Can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. Yo. Well, is it better than cat cupcakes? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea. So, oh, friggin' got him. Oh, maybe I'm getting it from you? What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Lady, what are you on about? We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think that you're cute. Holy shit. Dropping the bombs? Well, oh, we've got her in a pinch now. Same with you. Thank you. Hey, that's very nice. I feel very good. Did you say something? Oh, I heard her. I heard her. We all heard her. It was right there on the screen. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle to each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. Do I get to choose words? Nope. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all aside to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. I want to see a picture of them, please. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Lady, just have one. It's one cupcake. I don't think it's going to spoil your entire dinner. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. Oh no, we're bringing up other girls. If she was here, she'd probably down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. I don't know. She's brought up her dad a few times. And he doesn't seem like that great, but maybe I'm reading too much into it. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner already. That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man. I mean, I could just invite her over to make more cupcakes. That's fair. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. Don't worry. I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me. the way she listens to you. Yeah. Uh, I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. Oh, we did it. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, you put her finger in your mouth. So, well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Oh, here we go. You said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you want it. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. Oh, we got him, dude. We're in. If you wanted to read manga or go out somewhere, you really mean that? Hell yeah, lady. I'm in. Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I'd really stay longer if I could. Feel the same way as you, so... Yo. Music stopped. She got closer. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki, standing inches from me. Natsuki looks up at me. Oh, boys, I need a drink of water before this. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breasts against me. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Oh. Jeez. Hi, Alex. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Alex. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Bro, we were so close. We were almost there. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come over here and see it for myself. Oh no. She knows, dude. See what? What are you talking about? You know. How much fun you were having with Natsuki. Bro, she's gonna pull the... I don't know, some sort of sadness card here, and I'm not gonna be happy, which I guess makes sense. How close you got to her. It makes me feel really happy. Does it? Because you're tearing up here, lady. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me? Why am I feeling this way, Alex? I'm supposed to be happy for you. No. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. What does that mean? What did Monica say? Monica was right about what? What I said before is true. What the hell did Monica say? I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Alex. I'm really scared. Of what? I'm scared of that. I might like you more than you like me. Oh no. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Oh. No, dude. I hate it. I hate it. Oh. Oh. Why do they gotta do me like this, dude? This is the worst. I think the I love you is what she wants me to say. Oh, but I don't know if I can, cause then I mean, I gotta hit her with the "you'll always be my dearest friend." Frick. I'm gonna do it. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? Bro, no. I should write a poem about this. It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. Oh. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want it to go back the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Alex. I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked. Bro, I don't know how to react either. Oh. Bro, you hate to see it. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. I'm left helplessly standing in the front door of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this, bro? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Oh, fuck me, dude. This is not how I, expected this to go. I don't know how I expected it to go, but not really like this. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Consider going to her house to wake her up. Beside that's a little bit too much. I mean, after that, I feel like I would probably check on her. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. Don't I need her help to carry the cupcakes too? Okay, well, never mind. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be all over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Yoshi's doing it. I've heard this referred to as snake pose before. She knows. Alex, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. I didn't use one of my own poems? I thought that was like part of the point here was to use my own poem. Guess maybe not. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Bro, that's what I'm saying. You should take a little responsibility for her, Alex. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Lady, what are you talking about? Oh, you left her hanging this morning, you know. Lady, what are you talking about? How do you know this stuff? Exchange? You know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. What the hell does that mean? I guess maybe it's just because they worked on stuff yesterday. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession. That really makes me seem like the bad guy here, but I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? I don't know if I'm a big fan of how my character is going about this. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Also, the music has not been playing for a bit. Monica's being a bit weird. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost a professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Is this the one from that day she left early and I didn't get to read her poem? This just says get out of my head a bunch of times, and the title is like a percent sign. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What? No, I missed that it said get out of my head here. I thought it just said get out. That's a little sus. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Alex, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Yeah, maybe I should have started with this. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least, to at least wait for her to help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of waking her up for school makes her really happy. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. It's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. But I guess things to go back to how they were, it'd always be the same as her living in pain. I don't know if I'm starting to feel worse and worse about the choice that I made. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. Bro, my palms are starting to get sweaty. I don't like this. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house, isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh, Christ. Homie, what the fuck is going on? See, trace... traceback.txt for D. The hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe that what my eyes are showing me. Just yesterday, I told Sayori that I'd be there for her. What did I do wrong? Well... Turning down her confession, that has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Yeah? Yeah? Why was I so selfish? My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Is this some foreshadowing if I hit the load screen? Hit me with a load. I mean, I could go back. I guess let me get to the end of this part. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. Now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. Hit me with a save here. Hit me with a load here. Oh, they did hit me with it, dude. Characters sayori.chr. The file is missing or corrupt. The save file is corrupt. Starting a new game. Oh. Oh, and the music is fucked up. What the hell is going on? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running. Like, bro, is her character gonna be fucked up? However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let her catch up to me. Yep. What in the fuck, dude? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Okay, all of the loads are gone. It's actually started me a new game. Kind of. Oh, I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyways. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding of me for one to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Alex? Okay. Hey, Monica? Looking a little scattered earlier. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Okay. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Excuse me. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. This is weird, dude. It's like the beginning of the game all over again, but very slightly different. But some of the same like lines. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyways? I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. She's gonna tell me she's in the literature club? I'm gonna join the literature club again? Really, you quit? Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing over the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one, a literature club. Literature. Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far, including her. Ah, Jesus, there was 4 of them before. I swear if I join the club and Sayori's not there. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. It's Natsuki, dude. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Okay, well, my character has a one-track mind. Hey, Alex, any chance you are still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? So Monica's just like taking the place of Sayori, getting me to join the club this time? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Alex. You know that? I'm feeling a little weird here, boys. It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. This is like, I mean, maybe not like that important of a statement, but it kind of, the sold my soul to Monica with the shit that's been going on maybe is a little bit susamogus. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Or a guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Alex. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Alex in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. What was she gonna do? Clean out her manga collection? In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Alex? Oh, the girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. There's one less person, in fact, than I would have thought there would be. But maybe we don't talk about that. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down, the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. While tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Alex, what kind of things do you like to read? This is the second time I've had to confess that I basically don't read. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Yo, Natsuki is in again. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Yo, I'm in. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. You get another sus on that one. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror, hint hint, is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. I want to know what it was called, though. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Lady, I beg to differ. Some would say I've read some of your work before. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing the deepest reaches, even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Let me guess, she's gonna say we can share poems. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. Interesting. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, seems like a good step for us to take. I don't remember joining, lady. Do you agree as well, Alex? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Okay. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Alex. The thing is... Oh, we don't... In the first run around, they had enough members because Sayori was here, but now that she's not here, they don't have enough members, so they need me. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Alright, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? You really mean that? Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. All this, lady? I've been here for like 2 minutes. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Alex, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I can really impress the class star Monica with my... Or can I really impress Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? After I go to the bathroom, I'll read it. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I need a drink of water before we go over what I'm sure is a nice, totally normal poem. With no weird things in it. Okay, let's read this poem. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceilings and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Is this really a poem? Okay. I guess we're gonna try with Natsuki again. Hit me with a kawaii. Hit me with a fluffy. Let's get some good vibes in here. Hit me with a joy. Hit me with a kitty. Not depression. Hit me with parfait. The parfait girls. Let's go. Do I hit him with a Doki Doki? Let's go. Let's get some socks in there. No, surely I don't. I'm doing it. This like the whole poetry writing thing like makes me a bit anxious every time I do it, because they're like, yo, let's throw things like silly, special, portrait, awesome, vacation in here, and then let's just like throw a random anxiety, a random disoriented, and it like it makes me feel weird. Let's hit him with an awesome though. Let's go summer. Let's go hit him with the games. Melody? Playground? Flying? Playground. We're not choosing Massacre, that's for sure. Bouncy Bubbles. Yo. First poem, do I hit him with a kiss? I'm doing it. And on top of that, let's hit him with a boop. Giggle. Yeah, we'll throw a lust in there. We already have kiss. What's the difference? And just hit him with a romance. And then a cute. We have kawaii, which, I mean, is already cute, but we can have cute twice in there, I suppose. Oh, there was no walking to school section. It was just, I'm here. Hi again, Alex. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Maybe I should have after that last poem, but this might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word, or I keep my word, while I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Don't like that so much. Thanks for keeping your promise, Alex. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you. Should be fine. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What in the fuck? That actually scared me. It's like a jump scare that wasn't like really a jump scare. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Oh, you already had to be dragged here by Monica. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I don't know if you plan to just come here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, you're over the... Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone... So why is she like so much smaller? And the music like kind of fucked up there? For someone who keeps her manga in the something back section, closet section of the classroom. Okay, that was weird. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Alex. Well, make sure to put your comfort first, okay? She wasn't so, like, I don't know. She seemed more reserved last time, or I guess the first time I was here. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Is the music like messing up every now and again, or am I like going crazy? So I feel like I'm looking at something that's like angled because of how the classroom is sitting. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read that often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might. Oh, was Sayori vice president before? I bet she was the one that was vice president, and so that's why Yuri is doing all this stuff because Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how could this girl accidentally what? How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I just forgot how to read there, I guess. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading that much. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Bro, this feels tilted, and I'm it feels like my eyes are messing up. You can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, it's because it was tilted and now it's back to normal? That was, bro, I was legitimately kind of getting dizzy. I didn't like that. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some sort of scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed about something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Is something gonna be fucked up here too? No? You looking for something in here? What is this? Fucking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyways? I heard you... Bro, I literally said it yesterday. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Okay. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stacks of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stacks. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. Get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls, here we go. A series I've never heard of in my life. Well, actually, I have heard of it. I've read the first book and a half. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can you can go do it through the glass on that door. Didn't got him? Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Alex. Don't judge I assume this was supposed to be a book by its cover, but in fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Well, at least this one is still 4 girls. Thank God nothing happened to one of the Parfait Girls. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Ugh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Huh? Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Yo, word on the street as I open up this book and start reading, she's gonna scooch straight back up to me. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. See? I told you. It's like I knew. I've been here before. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and again? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Every time it changes scene, I'm like, is something weird gonna happen? Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Did I have friends in the first run through of this? I don't remember. Maybe it was just Sayori that was my friend? Know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. You mean, don't you share your manga with all your friends? Did you not rub it in? Oh, it's because she doesn't have that many friends. I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. So remember back when I was saying that her dad seemed to not be that great? My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Also, I did not like the sound distortion when that happened. I'm getting jumpy. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? Was she really being a jerk about it? Maybe she was. I couldn't, really read what she said because, well, she was standing over it. Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Every time her eyes move, it, kind of freaks me out a little bit. Jeez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. I I'm like getting stressed out. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she's started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Oh, God. I swear every time her eyes move, it's like weirding me out. Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. What in the fuck? Let me throw a quick save in, real quick. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Alex. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? I guess I'm just gonna go Natsuki first. Told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first. That's fair. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. She doesn't like any, or doesn't dislike any of it. She freaking loves it. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ugh. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Does my character like feel more like confident and upfront this time? Maybe? Like Monica said. Ugh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem that makes me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ugh, you just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. I'm pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Is Monica like much scarier this time? Like, why does it feel like everybody's like scared of her? Anyways, eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Was this her poem the first time? It like seems familiar, but I don't remember it like at the end being as like kind of halfway depressing, but either way. Told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. I think it's the same. Okay. It might be. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? It was kind of bouncy. Like, I do enjoy me a nice bouncy poem. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Yeah, this sounds familiar. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. Yeah, I like it. I did like the poem. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Sure. Didn't know you were the youngest, but I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. True. Okay, let's go Yuri next. Just go down the line. Yuri stares at the poem. I don't think she likes it because most of the words I chose ended up being Natsuki focused. So I'm a bit iffy on this. A minute passed is more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Rough. So it's that bad. No, did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Alright, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Was she like this excited to have me read it the last time? Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Yeah, I think this is the same one that she had the first time. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Just don't write in cursive and it's fine. Well, I wasn't thinking that at all. Took you a long time to read. Well, it's in cursive, so... well, I just don't read script very often. This must be like a Japanese thing, maybe? I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? This is one of those questions that makes me feel like I need to step back from my monitor because some spooky shit's about to happen. Hoo. Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Alex. Really? Oh, I think she explained this last time too. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it at all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Okay. No weird shit happening yet, but I am sus, especially of Monica. But let's go. Hi Alex, having a good time so far? Glad to hear it. Start over. I missed the beginning. I think I'll pass on that one. Unfortunately. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Anyway, you want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha, haha. Don't worry, Alex. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Yeah, sure. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it. She likes it. Okay, good. It's a lot cuter than I expected. Well, what can I say? Geez. No. Kind of makes me think of something that Natsuki would write. Interesting, because she loved it. I am something of a poetry god. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. She's doing this like snaky pose again. Makes me suspicious. If you say so. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. If I'm interested in Natsuki. Okay. She'll cling to you like a puppy. It feels like Monica is giving me dating advice, which is kind of weird, but Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Bro, what the hell? Doesn't give her... So what does she eat? That's kind of fucked up. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. This is like a very bizarre conversation. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Yeah, this is like okay. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. I think you're right. You don't trust the snake chick. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? I would love to. I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. That's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Let's read it then. Okay, let me get a drink of water. Hole in the wall. He wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surrounding, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are the others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. This was not This was not the same as like the first time I read Hole in the Wall. I'm a little sussed out right now. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I don't trust like that. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Well, you did just tell me like some deep, intimate details about Natsuki's life, so I mean, I don't know why telling me about your epiphany would be weird, but maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Alright, boys. Note it down. Writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Sorry. I'll slow it down. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Just remember it and write it down later. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. I'll keep it in mind. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It's a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Oh, they're doing the shit with the music again where it's like it feels slightly off. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. I've been known to write a cute poem a time or two, so... Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Oh, Jesus. Here we go. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Alex did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Alex liked my poem too, you know. Oh no. I don't want to be in the middle of this. He even told me he was impressed by it. Ah, jeez. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Alex appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. What? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Holy shit. Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size as soon as Alex started showing up. Did they? I don't remember. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. You can get smacked down, Monica. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. Jesus Christ. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me, look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Jesus Christ. Edgy? Sorry, my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. Jesus Christ. The palms are getting like a bit sweaty, boys. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge. Holy shit. Oh, my bad. You already... Oh, okay. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Alex hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was standing there. Alex, she's just trying to make me look bad. I kind of just want to leave. That's not true. She started it. Oh. I did not get time to read that. Surely I side with Natsuki, right? Even though she's like... I mean, the cutting comment was a little bit intense. I guess I'm just gonna side with Natsuki. I guess I'm gonna side with Natsuki. Did they get closer? I guess I'm gonna side with Natsuki. They did? It's making me nervous. I'm like physically backing up from my screen. Okay. Yeah? Hey, Alex? Why don't we step outside for a little bit? It's nice that you put the text to the side of you blocking it, this time. Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Should we really just, like, leave them in there to, like, kick the crap out of each other? We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Oh, she's doing the snake pose again, boys. I have concerns. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was a little more assertive sometimes. Fuck, dude. So this is like with Sayori being gone, they actually just like at each other's throats in minutes. Um, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki or did. Please don't hate me. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. I have some... I'm not sure about that one. Completely. It seems like almost a little bit like a... I don't know. The statement from Monica was a little weird there. Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Alex. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice then, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I guess I'm writing a poem again. Okay, I guess we'll go with a chocolate. We're not going with suicide, that's for sure. We'll go with skirt. You always got to throw a boop in there. Extreme? Peace, joy, doki doki, lollipop, heart. Is there getting to be more and more of like the ones that I don't really want to choose, or am I going crazy? Give me a beauty. Yeah, I think I'm just going crazy because this one like only really has one. Give me a charm. Oh, I don't want to choose Papa. Give me a lipstick. Give me a strawberry. Dazzle. Cheeks. Cute, I guess. Jumpy. Parfait. Love. Apparently all of the ones that I wanted have been in the top right, but... Cage, sadness, infinite sugar, unrestrained hopelessness. Let's just go with vanilla and kitty. The last one, end it with a kiss, am I right? Kiss. Okay. Oh, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Alex. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Okay, everybody gets one. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. I'm happy you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there was no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Alex, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. And I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and sorry, what am I saying right now? Have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was kind of wondering where she was. Fair point. Did she have piano lessons one of the times before? Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. Unless she, actually doesn't remember it, like Monica was saying? No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, yeah, she doesn't remember, dude. Monica was right. She's completely forgotten about it. Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez, whatever is on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't like the big bolded words like that. They're scary. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyways if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. Was it piano lessons? I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Well, Natsuki was. I was caught in the act. It took you so long anyways. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Oh, she did that once before too. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Oh no, she was practicing piano. Easy. Must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano. I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. It must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Yeah, she's like off the screen. What is this? Should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. It does sound cool. I do look forward to it. Actual looking forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Alex. Monica smiles sweetly. Did the other two just disappear? I didn't mean to pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyways. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. Not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off to the closet. Okay. Alex, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book to me. I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there. See? Oh, jeez. Yuri is getting a little bit, I don't know, a little bit weird about it. Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Oh. Okay. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Homie, what the fuck? The people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Lady, what the fuck are you trying to get me to read? But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... might be a little bit of a spoiler. Anyways, I'm really into it. Yeah, I hope it's just the book you're into, not about the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? Well, I mean, I say no, it's not that, but I mean, it's kind of that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these kind of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look... Why is the music getting quieter? It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange, new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyways. Excuse me, what the fuck? Then, I'm rambling, aren't I? A little bit, and you're doing like the bolded black text stuff, which is a little bit, iffy. I don't know if I like that. Not again. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole... What did it say? My whole body what? Gets what? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Honestly, if I stopped you every time you said something strange, you basically wouldn't be able to talk to me. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It feels like my person in-game not catching how weird like half this shit is. I don't know if like the bolded parts are things that aren't actually being said, but a little bit more of like a sane person reaction would be good. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? Jeez. Bro, literally like nothing's even happening and I'm too tense for this game. I mean, you don't have to, but let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah, are you sure? You seem a little bit apprehensive. That's... Sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just not something I'm very used to. That is... Hey, Jordan. That is reading in company with someone else. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Jordan, welcome. It's just like a very average dating simulator with the music fading out. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was, what did she say? I was just what? Bathing? That doesn't make any sense. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Oh, she's done it again. Oh, look at how embarrassed she is. She's got the slants. The red slants. That's now you know the embarrassment is real. I slide my desk I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then I hold my book more between the two of... Wait, what? Oh, but by the two of them, you mean the desks, I guess. I thought you were talking about different people. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Yo, is she going to turn the pages for me? Here. Yo, she's done it. We're holding the book together, boys. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Ready for what? Oh god. Has she always been looking at me? To turn the page. Yeah. Got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Now she's smiling? Bro, this lady like she's got an expression. I don't know, it's making me nervous. The whole game is honestly making me nervous, so it's probably the least I can do since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Holy, boys, it's getting a little... Whew. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Hopefully it's the main character that's not the one like selectively breeding people with different limbs. Also, she is like now frowning and looking at the book. I don't remember when that happened. Now she's... I don't like that expression. I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Yeah. Does the character do something weird later in the book that she doesn't want to be associated with? Thought you meant something else about her. Something else. Never mind. We didn't get that far yet. Okay. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I just need some water. Okay. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Oh, Monica's coming to investigate. She's on the case. Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Oh, Jesus. I got Natsuki's, like, horrible life story yesterday, and now I'm sure I'm going to get some horrible information about Yuri. Can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. What? Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyways, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Okay, well, I guess there's only 2 people. I suppose we'll start with Natsuki. Hopefully she'll like my poem again. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Lady, what the hell are you talking about? Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I'd be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really different from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. It's not the way to live life. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Bro, you're cutting off my relationship with Natsuki here. Come on, lady. Besides, you're kind of scary. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. There's something about these double equal signs at, like, the end. Is this, like, a... Why have I, like, seen these before? I don't know, is there some kind of... I don't know, dude. We're getting into the spooky shit again. Alex, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. Yo, get me a protein bar? Stat, please. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay. You don't hate me, Alex, do you? Do you hate me? I don't. Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it, please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. The palms are getting sweaty, boys. It looks like these are bloody tears, and she's got a really creepy smile, and I want out. Ugh, Christ! What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ! I guess we're just back into it. Like nothing happened. The fuck? Holy shit. Give me a save, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll show my poem to Monica now. I'm like on edge. Hi again, Alex. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. Homie, what the fuck? As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Alex. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. Okay. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. See ya, Jordan. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? That's not... The poem I wrote, I'm pretty sure was not like to Yuri's standards, right? Because didn't I choose a bunch of things for Natsuki? Like 90% sure. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head. That's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you all took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Oh, Christ. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating... I don't know what this is. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage, endless, I don't know if this is supposed to be pain, but in cursive, pain, endless something of meaninglessness, delete her. Waveforms, violent grating waveforms. Poem of meaninglessness. Reen, you're so smart. I don't like the poem though. Just so we're clear, not the biggest fan. I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to well, never mind. Didn't like the distortion effect. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. What in the fuck? Please help me, okay? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, let's go Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I just like holding it. The poem turned out good. I'm like fairly creeped out right now. I can't say. Oh, the audio just like fuck up for a second. It's well, there are some things you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. I came out a little awkward. I came out extremely awkward. I don't know what you're talking about, a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is this? Oh, man. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. What? A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. This isn't much of a poem, I don't think. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately. So I had to take it out on your pen. My pen? That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday. So I took it home for safekeeping. And I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? I don't really know if the literature club is for me anymore. You can keep the poem, though. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Oh, Jesus. Sure. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps his food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Uh-huh. Um... This seems like a Natsuki poem. Hey, Monica. What is going on with my cursor? Is that Sayori's face? What in the fuck? We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Okay, my cursor's back to normal. We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Natsuki's okay again? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Alex joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyways? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can, to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. Sus. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Alex? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Alex to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. The music has stopped again. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Alex joined. As for me, I like it better here than I do at home. And Alex isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're the only one who's really interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. We're gonna have a fight like yesterday? Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. It's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Alex want to get more members too, right? If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no, Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? It's not really something I can be honest about, is it? If I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. She is correct on that front. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? Starting this club was a mistake. Now you've done it, Natsuki. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me, and now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Oh. Natsuki starts packing up her things. Yo, she's getting all teary-eyed. I hate it. I'm going home. Feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Do you have an opinion on the festival? Kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? What in the fuck? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Homie, what in the fuck? What the hell was that? Oh, I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Alex? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I'd decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members you have, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. She agrees with me. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Well, maybe we can talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Oh no. I hope that this doesn't end up like the Sayori thing did. Hey Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. I look forward to it. Shall we go? Am I leaving with her? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Alex before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Yeah, that's potentially an understatement. Just wanted to make sure that you're enjoying your time at this club. I'd really hate to see you unhappy. Why is it getting all grainy and darker? I feel like I'm responsible for that as president. I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk with you about with you. Oh, didn't seem like that was supposed to happen that way. Okay, well, I'm gonna save it there. Let's just make sure I saved it. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it there, but... What? This isn't the main menu. Can I not go to the main menu? Maybe I hit... Okay. Maybe I hit like new game or something. This is a little messed up. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. So, very exciting. I really like the game. It's very, very fun. Also very weird, and it's got that like kind of weird. This is a halfway an experience and halfway a game kind of thing that I really like. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get back to it at some point soon. Anyways, I'm calling it for now. Bye bye, everyone.